Hello guys, LifeHackster here. This video started out as a Reolink CX810 versus the RLC 1212A comparison video. Well, it is kinda still, but I'm going to make this more generalized to Reolink's low light cameras versus their regular ones, and which one would be a better option for you. And I was personally surprised on the results because I was leaning on one camera to be better. Also, the reason why this is not a true feature-to-feature comparison between these two models is that the RLC 1212A that I have is not the 1212A that Reolink is currently selling. I picked the 1212A to compare to the CX810 because their body design is the same and around the same pricing. And the 1212A has a spotlight for color night vision and also has infrared, so different recording options at night. And this is what we are going to focus in this video. Now, the 1212A that I have is an early version release of Reolink's, and I did make several videos on these, which now I realized it is no longer accurate. And this is because Reolink changed the lens, which resulted in change in its field of view, which is now narrower. Plus, it also changes resolution. And just like I have said in my other videos, changes in the field of view of the camera affects its video quality and clarity more than its resolution. The narrower the field of view, the better is the clarity, especially in farther distances. And I'm not sure why Reolink changed the field of view of this camera, but I'll have to revisit this model again in my future videos. But for now, this video will focus on the differences between the low light recording of the CX line of Reolink cameras, and is it really better than a regular sensor camera with an old school infrareds or spotlights for color recording at night. And I'll share my thoughts on this later in the video. Things to note on the Reolink CX line of cameras. It seems like the video quality at night with their supplemental spotlights off are different between the CX410, which is the first model that Reolink released, compared to the CX810 and also the Argus 4 Pro, which I recently made a review video on. These CX lines of camera doesn't have infrared night vision. They record in full color at night and has spotlights, which you can set for the wired and plug-in models anyways, that will adapt to the ambient lighting. Meaning if it gets too dark, the spotlights will turn on just enough for the camera to be able to see better and in turn be able to detect motion accurately. Now, the battery-powered ones like the Argus 4 Pro uses a separate PIR sensor which detects heat movement, so this doesn't apply. First, I'll show you a comparison between these two cameras with the spotlights off and infrared night vision off on the 1212A, just to show the difference between a low-light sensor to a regular sensor. And just a note, you would not set up these cameras like this. The 1212A is too dark that it is not even able to detect me, and I have to manually record its footage. But this is basically the difference between these two sensors. In an ideal setup, you will set the CX810 to smart mode, which when it gets too dark, the camera will turn on its supplemental lights, not too bright, and when it detects motion, it will turn brighter. Now let's compare it to the 1212A, which is on night smart mode. Black and white infrared night vision normally, and when it detects a person, it will turn on its spotlights and change to color recording at night. And let's compare these two cameras side by side, and as you can see, there's not a lot of difference. And I really thought this is where a low light camera will shine, especially farther out. But with the CX810, it is basically the same. One thing with the 1212A and other cameras as well that have night vision, you can turn off the spotlights and just have black and white footage if you want a discrete recording at night. The infrared LEDs are still visible though. Now, some of you will have some other type of lighting though, like I personally have motion activated lights in my backyard, and this is what it looks like on both of these cameras. Still not a lot of difference, but the more lighting that you do, the better the footage. And just to cover our bases, here is the video quality in daytime between these two cameras. And because it is a Reolink, both have pretty good video quality in daytime. There's one more thing that we are going to compare. Alright, so we are going to check and test out the max detection range between these two cameras. So the 1212A has on the night smart mode, which is in infrared, and then when it detects motion, it will turn on its spotlights. And the CX810 is on smart mode also, which it has those 4 spotlights, which will turn on to have some ambient lighting. And when it detects a person, then it will turn on its spotlights full blast. So max sensitivity on both, and we will see. At night, the detection range is limited. on both of these cameras, but this is at 50 feet. In daytime, they should be detecting me already, but not at night. So that's 50. Let's go 45. When the spotlight turns on, that means it detected me. 40. Oh yeah, the 1212A detected me at 40 feet, not the CX810. All right, let's go 35. Oh yeah, now I got the CX810 around 35 feet. Not bad. Cool. All right, what do y'all think? I really thought that there would be a big difference between a low light camera compared to a regular sensor one as to their video quality at night. But I guess with these two models from Reolink, there's really not a lot of difference. And for me, I'm going to go with the 1212A if I need to choose between the two. And also, this might just be the CX810. I will, however, revisit this when I get a hold of the latest 1212A to check out, and I'll probably compare this to the CX410, which personally for me, still the best low-light camera from Reolink's CX line. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.